Welcome to the Mount Pleasant Podcast, featuring discussions and interviews about the people, places, and events that make Mount Pleasant such a special place.
This is the Mount Pleasant Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Cleary, and all thanks to the great people of Mount Pleasant Magazine, I get the honor and the privilege of introducing you to Mount Pleasant, the people who make it such a special place to do business, to work, and even to live. We're introducing you to Mount Pleasant's best on the Mount Pleasant Podcast. When you think about Christmas time in the Low Country, what comes to mind? For me, Holiday Festival of Lights at James Island County Park, certainly a Low Country tradition. What else would there be? The Town of Mount Pleasant Christmas Lights Parade always gets me in the holiday spirit. And there's one other huge thing that's been happening the last 26 years at the Charleston Music Hall. It's the Charleston Christmas Spectacular. And it's what we're talking about today on Mount Pleasant Podcast. We're going right to the source of the spectacular. Brad Moranz and his wife Jennifer put it together, and Brad is our guest today. So Brad, does this mean when you were 5, 6 years old growing up, all you could think about was Christmas? It was Christmas in July every day at the Brad Moranz house.
Not even close.
Oh.
No. As a matter of fact, I was embarrassed that I did not know the lyrics to every Christmas song. I remember that vividly in high school. Everybody seemed to know all the words to all the songs, and I didn't. And I sang, but I still didn't know the words to all the songs. Now I definitely know the words to every Christmas song you can imagine, and then some you probably can't imagine.
So does that mean it was Jingle Bells, Santa Smells for you?
No. Yeah, I suppose. No, I think I would just go watermelon, watermelon, watermelon to make my lips move, and nothing was going on. Nothing was happening. So
even back then, you were a true professional when it came to it, and nobody knew. So Charleston Christmas Special, for anyone who somehow hasn't attended or isn't aware of it, without getting into the specifics, let's take a long-range view. How would you describe what the special is?
Well, it's a musical variety show for the whole family. It's all singing, all talking, all dancing, all music. Everything is live. This is not karaoke. This is, it's probably 30 of the most talented professionals, of some right here in Charleston, some from New York, just all over the place, who come together for this 2-week period to do a show that you'll only see once. Because every year, even though this is our 27th year, as a matter of fact, every year it's different. I mean, that's why it takes Jenny and I all year to do it, is because we always try to start from scratch and imagine. And the hard part is, the truth is there's only 10 Christmas songs in existence. So making it new each time is a miracle. So that's the miracle of Christmas.
Right, I was going to say, it's a Christmas miracle. Brad
it is a Christmas
and Jennifer
miracle.
Have done it once again and put
right.
together a whole show. So let me take you back a little bit, because you did mention this will be the 27th. We've had 26 years that you've done it consistently. And for folks who don't know, the Christmas show really has its history in terms of the Charleston Music Hall as well. This is an amazing venue. If you've never seen, whether it's the Christmas special or a concert or a show there, it's such a great place to see anything being put on, comedy, music, whatever it is. So Brad, share a little bit about how the Christmas special is actually part of the history of the Charleston Music Hall.
That is so easy to do. It was 1995 when the Charleston Music Hall was built. That's when Jenny and I moved to Charleston to be a part of the show, which was the very first show in the Charleston Music Hall. As a matter of fact, the Music Hall, though it presents amazing, wonderful shows year round now, it was originally built for our show, for this show. So it was the first show there. It ran until the show itself. The show was, at that time, was being operated by Disney, believe it or not. It ran for 3 years. Every day. I mean, it was a daily thing. Well, 5 days a week. So we are intimately connected with the music hall because it's home to us. We have done the show in other venues, but it just never feels the same. So it is very much connected to the music hall.
And you mentioned the fact that you come from New York. And when we talk about the quality of entertainers, you said the word professionals, which these certainly are. But so everybody has a sense of what we're talking about. We got a lot of great local talent here in the Low Country, but you've reached out and you've got people who are coming in just to be a part of this show from all over the nation, really.
Absolutely. But you said something really so on the nose, which is Charleston does have incredible talent here. I mean, we've got some of the best world-class musicians anywhere. We have wonderful dancers here, and we have some wonderful singers. It's harder for us to find the specific style of singer that we like. That's when sometimes we have to go outside of Charleston to do that. So we try to find people. We've had Josh Strickland in the show. Josh played Tarzan on Broadway. We've had Omar Lopez Sapiro, who was just in. He's done 3 shows on Broadway now. We just have incredible people. Fortunately, we know some people. We know people, and we know people who know people. And we just call them and say, hey, are you busy for a couple of weeks? Could you come down and do this? And so it's a lot of fun. And what's really kind of cool is because we know them, we know what they can do. Then we start picking songs and imagining things for them to do that really fit them so well that they come in and just knock it out of the park, whatever they do.
Podcast advertising is the new way to reach your best audience. Podcast advertising gives your business a voice of authority. Be heard. Advertise on one of our podcasts. Visit carolinapodcasts.com or call 843-345-7012.
You're listening to the Mount Pleasant Podcast.
The Mount Pleasant Podcast, it's the place where the pages of Mount Pleasant Magazine come alive. I'm Brian Cleary. Today we're talking with Brad Moranz, who is the driving force behind the Charleston Christmas Special that's coming up at the Charleston Music Hall. So Brad, let's get everybody's appetite a little wet. It's more than one show, and you've arranged it. So there's matinees, evening performances. Tell us a little bit about the schedule for this year's Charleston Christmas Special.
Absolutely, Brian. But first, let me make one slight correction. I'm only half of the driving force. The other half of the driving force is in the kitchen right now, doing other things that she's amazingly talented at. That's my wife. Let's see. Schedule December 15. We have shows from December 15 to December 22. As you said, evening shows, matinees. Tickets you can get right at the Charleston Music Hall. They're available on our website. They're available on the Ticketmaster website. You can call me at home. Everybody's got my phone number. I don't care. Call me. I'm happy to do it. Shows, a lot of shows sell out. I'm not saying they all do, but a lot of them do. So it's not the kind of thing you want to wait to the last minute if you can. I would recommend, trying to do it in advance. And we'd love to have you. It's perfect for we've even got a kids free night. I want to make sure everybody knows about that. So parents who want to bring their kids 12 or under, you buy one adult ticket, the kids ticket is free. So
now, one of the great things about the Christmas Special, if you've seen it before, you haven't seen this edition of the show. If you haven't seen it before, it's all new to you. So let's get down to what we're talking about this year, because you mentioned some of the performers every year, new performers, new numbers, new songs. Give me some of the highlights of what we're going to experience in this year's Christmas Special.
Wow. I have another computer up in front of me and I'm looking at the show. So I look at the show and I go, I don't quite know where to begin. It is hard to say. Highlights, Michael Miner has been in the show before. He's a ventriloquist. So he'll be doing a ventriloquism number that's hysterical to me. I don't know what else to say about that. We have Tiffany Parker, who's been in the show many times, doing a wonderful version of Let It Snow, which is actually an arrangement that was done on Glee. Okay. And I think that's one of the cooler things about the show is we, because we've done this so long and we spend so much time researching, one of the things we research are the wide variety of musical styles that exist out there. So if you like big band, we got that. If you like country, we got Country Christmas up here. If you like Christian contemporary, we've got some gorgeous arrangements that were done by Sandy Patty or Larnell Harris. So arrangements by Barry Manilow, arrangements by Michael Bublé, Donny Hathaway's This Christmas. God, it goes on and on. Bette Midler's Cool Yule, CeCe Winans' version of Do You Hear What I Hear? It's kind of endless. Well, it's not endless. It's 2 hours and then it ends. Any way you look at it, it's over. Get out of the theater. We're done.
Well, let me jump in here 1 second, because let's talk about that for 1 second. So the beauty, to me anyway, of Christmas music is that, hey, I can be somebody who only likes R&B. I only like country music. But when it comes to Christmas, everybody loves Christmas music. So where you've got that positive, is there also a little bit of pressure on you, because these are all classic songs. Everybody knows Rudolph. Everybody knows Holly Jolly Christmas. And you got to pull them off right. You don't want to ruin anybody's Christmas.
I tell you what, it's no thanks to me. These people, the arrangers, the musicians, the singers, the dancers, they pull off everything right. My job and my wife's job is, if we see something that isn't being pulled off right, we take it out of the show. So literally, that's what the rehearsal process is. But to be honest, it rarely happens, because by the time we get into rehearsal, we have already gone through this so much, and we've heard it. We've rehearsed with every singer, every song. We've gotten with the band, and we can see it. And then we get up there and put it all together, and it's like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. And I tell you one other thing that's kind of interesting, Brian. A lot of shows rely on a star, or they might rely on one or two people to basically anchor something and to be the real talent, the driving force behind something. This isn't the case with this show, and that's what makes the show different. There are no weak links. Everybody's amazing. Demetrius Doctor, who is our musical director, who plays piano, he's phenomenal. Every musician is phenomenal, and they all get showcased within the show. The dancers are gorgeous and wonderfully talented, and each singer brings something different, whether it is, like you said, R&B, or whether it's bringing country, or whether it's bringing an Ella Fitzgerald quality to something. Everybody brings something to the show, and by the time you put all that together, it's like nothing you've ever seen. I literally don't see anything like this. So it's very exciting to be a part of all of it.
And it's one of the cool things about the show, I think, is it's like a roller coaster, in that it's always changing, even in that 2 hours, because you've got a ventriloquist, you've got a dance number. And so I think the energy level, people may think, oh, a sleepy little nice Christmas show, but that's not the Charleston Christmas Special, because you guys 2 hours goes like that.
Well, you hit a nerve in me right there. See, here's my issue with Sleepy. I am bored so fast. And, most singers, this is true. Most singers would say, can I sing this ballad? Can I sing this ballad? And I go, no. We can have 3 ballads, maybe 4 tops in the show. And after that, I'm going to be put to sleep. I can't do it. I love energy. I love the joy and the excitement of Christmas. And I love the joy and excitement of the Christmas music. We slow down just long enough to say something poignant or important. Like we do have several moments in the show that come down, and they're not sleepy though, because if we choose to bring energy down, it's because we want to say something so important that it needs to be done quietly. But that doesn't mean it's sleepy. It just means we're trying to be serious for a moment. And there are wonderful serious moments, whether it's a Silent Night or Angels We Have Heard on High, or we're actually doing an amazing version of Great Is Thy Faithfulness that Carrie Underwood sang with CeCe Winans. It is a very simple, low-key song that is so subtly triumphant. It's one of my favorite things in the show, and it's so simple. But that set against, the raucous big band stuff is what makes it interesting. It's that roller coaster is a great way to say it. You're going to get on a ride and you're going to go for a couple hours and hopefully go, whoa, that was fun. Let's do that again. That'd be the goal.
It's the Charleston Christmas Special that we're talking about today. Thank you so much for taking the time to be a part of our Mount Pleasant podcast. I'm Brian Cleary, joined by Brad Moranz. Brad and his wife, Jennifer, have for the past 26 Christmas seasons, and this will be the 27th, put together the Charleston Christmas Spectacular that'll be happening at the Charleston Music Hall. So, Brad, I got to think, in your house, Christmas in July means, oh, yeah, we've got a show to put on, because this isn't something you just toss together in a couple of days. It's a project and a passion for you, I would think.
Oh, it is absolutely that. Jenny and I pinch ourselves. We say, we don't work. We don't work because this isn't work. This is just joy. It's just fun. And we're grateful we get to do it.
If I were to drive by your house, say on, December 20th, would I see the most decorated Christmas house on the street? Or, hey, you're always at the Charleston Music Hall in December, so you guys just toss up a tree on the 23rd when it's all done?
If this is awful to admit, I'm sorry, but yes, we're always at the theater. We have our house is borderline Scrooge-like because we spend so much time at the theater. We do have a Christmas tree though, and because we are buried in rehearsals, we get that really early. So we will have a tree by Thanksgiving. I mean, because if we don't, there's no chance it's going to happen until January 1. So.
Now, Brad, I don't have all this going on in November, December, and I'm always late with a gift for my wife for Christmas. What's the secret for you, for Jennifer? How do you manage to slip that in there?
Well, we're always both in the same place at the same time. So I think we both just kind of go, okay, let's just go together and get a gift. You close your eyes, I'll close my eyes, and we'll pretend we didn't see that. That's about all you can do.
But the good news for you then is Christmas Eve comes along, and even though you've been in Christmas rehearsals and Christmas performances, the spirit of the season still alive in the Moranz household?
Oh my goodness. Jenny and I love Christmas. We really would do it year round. So yeah, it's still alive. Absolutely.
And what is it that keeps it fresh for you now that you've been more than 25 years, over a quarter of a century, you've been putting on this show? Every year you come back, it's new, it's different, it's exciting. What is it that keeps you guys going and says, next year we're going to be even better and we're going to do this?
Well, really, it's just the love of doing it and the material. But it is the love of doing it. I mean, I can't even imagine life without this, without this Christmas show. So, and the process, it's not just for us, it's not necessarily the standing up on stage and doing the show. It is the process. It's the process of finding material. It's the process of imagining what you can do with it. It's the process of organizing it. It's everything that goes into doing it is just fun. It's just fun. Now, it's hard fun if there's such a thing,
sure,
but it is fun. And that's what drives us and keeps us going.
When you moved here from New York all that time ago, back in the 90s, were you envisioning that it's 2022? We're still in Charleston. We're loving it. We're still doing this show. We're still just having a ball with it.
We had no idea, but I can tell you this, Brian. When we moved here in 95 and we were doing this show, and we did it for 2.5 years before it closed, it was, we pinched ourselves every day, literally. And we said that. We said, do you believe we're getting to do this? And then when the show closed, we went, oh gosh, we can't let this go. We just got to do it ourselves, which is what we did. We were just, at that time, we were performers and choreographers, and I was directing, but we were not producers. We didn't, it wasn't our money we were playing with. It was somebody else's. And when the show closed, we went, no, we just can't do that. And so we sort of took over everything, and that it's a miracle. That is a Christmas miracle. Yeah.
Now, obviously, your role in the show has changed since back then when you were just performing. Are you on stage at all yourself, or are you just completely behind the scenes now?
Hard to believe looking at me that I'm still up there on stage. But our role has changed a whole lot, Jenny's and mine entirely. When we started off, she was dancing and I was singing and dancing and goofing around. Now we sort of co-host the show together and bring frankly, it's who we are together. We cut up with each other kind of all the time, and we just drag that out on stage. We have a rather George Gracie or Carol Burnett and Harvey Korman kind of thing going all the time, or we just goof around and a lot of husband-wife banter type stuff, and we integrate that through the show. We don't dance as much as we used to because it hurts too much now, and we get younger people whose bones don't hurt as much to do all that hard stuff. So now we just goof around together and have a good time,
And that's what it is, a good time at the Charleston Music Hall for the Charleston Christmas Special. Brad Moranz, our guest today on Mount Pleasant Podcast. So Brad, as we look forward to seeing the show, for anybody who hasn't been there, this is a Christmas show for all ages, very family friendly.
It is definitely for all ages. That's why we have a kids free night. That alone is our attempt to say, I promise you, your children should come to this. Well, we have children in the show. We have two, a little guy, a little girl. The little girl she's been in the show a couple of years. Fortunately, she has not grown an inch. She's still,
the marks remain the same.
Yes. Costume, shoes, everything's good. She's amazing. And that her name is Addie Collins. And then we have a young man, a little boy, whose name is Silas, who is, he actually started out as a student of mine. I teach tap, or I used to teach tap, and I was teaching him. We finally got to the point after about 4 or 5 years when I couldn't teach him anything. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me that he's not only does he know everything I know, he can do it faster than I can. And I went, okay, I give up. You need to just come be in the show. Okay. And so he's in the show as well. He's worth the price of the ticket. Both of those kids are, So
the shows are coming up at the Charleston Music Hall, but we need people to get tickets now. So Brad, can you run through again real quick the schedule? And if I want to buy some tickets, what do I need to do?
Okay, schedule. It runs December 15 to 22 at the Charleston Music Hall. You can either call the Music Hall whenever they're open. Their office hours are a little unusual, but you can get them. You can go to their website and get them. You can go to our website, charlestonchrispecial.com, and they'll lead you. All these roads will lead you to Ticketmaster. And I was absolutely serious when I said, you can call me at home. Our number is on our website. And Ticketmaster is difficult to deal with sometimes. It is just as a ticketing system, it has a lot of controls on it for privacy and protection that can be frustrating. And if that happens, don't give up. Just call me. And my number's on our website, or call the box office. And one other quick thing, Brian, strangely enough, tickets are cheaper if you buy them through the box office or if you call me, because the ticketing fees are higher if you go directly to Ticketmaster. So I actually encourage you to just deal with the box office or to call me. So.
Yeah, it's a great tip. It's true. And you'll save a little bit of money because those ticket fees the Ticketmaster charge, it's not 50 cents like it used to be. It's a little bit more than that. So, and now if I call you Brad, can I just sing my order and you'll be so taken with my voice that I'm in the show?
It's possible. You better be good. But yeah, you just call me or email me or something. As we get closer to the show, though, if you try to reach me, I get a little harder to reach because I'm so busy doing the show or in rehearsal or something. So as we get closer to it, I'd probably say the box office is a better idea. But over the next month, for instance, in the first 3 weeks of November, I'm not insanely busy. So then you can reach me.
The joy of Christmas will be brought to anyone who comes to the Charleston Music Hall. The Charleston Christmas Special, I'm going to put you on the spot, 27th year this year. There'll be a 28th, Brad?
There'll be a 48th. Yes, there'll be a 28th. You can count on it.
We look forward to hearing that. You will be amazed. You will walk away with that special feeling of Christmas by being at the Charleston Music Hall for the Charleston Christmas Special. It's a tradition here in the Low Country. Be a part of that tradition this year. Brad, thanks so much for taking the time to join us on Mount Pleasant Podcast.
Thank you, Brian.
Happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Thanks for spending your time with the Mount Pleasant Podcast. Your community, your podcast. Listen to past and future episodes at mountpleasantpodcast.com.